Hi everyone, this is Karen and this is my final weight loss journey videos. This is my third one. Today is Saturday the 13th of April 2013. Last time I made a video, I had an appointment to go and see my surgeon through a cancellation. My original appointment was supposed to be the 29th of May, but I got to see him on the 10th of April. So 6 weeks, moved forward, which is fantastic for me because that brings my my waiting time, makes it less. Anyway, I went and saw the surgeon. Fantastic guy, really helpful, a lot of support. Had a chat about exactly is this the surgery that you want. Showed me, drew a diagram of the stomach, and because I've had the Nissen fundoplication done, which is the top fundo part of my stomach's been twisted around to make a new valve so that I didn't have the reflux. He's done about 5 of those for however long he's been doing the gastric surgery. So he said he's never had any problems. He recommended that we leave it intact, which means that your sleeve gets cut into a banana shape. Mine will be like a banana, and it'll have like a little rounded piece at the top, which is where the top part of my stomach has been shaped, which is fine. He's happy with that. That ghrelin hormone that is in your stomach that they take a lot of out. He said I'll probably have a few more left in me, which means I may have increased an increased appetite. So I guess it's just a case of just training the brain and not wanting to have that increased appetite, and sticking to the protein and the intake, making sure I'm not overdoing it with my intake, and train my brain really. My stomach's going to be 80% gone, and I need to make sure that I don't stretch it, and just follow the rules basically. Yeah, so we locked in a date. So my surgery date is the 2nd of May, which is just over 2 weeks. We're Saturday now, so what's that? It was 21 days on Thursday, 21, 20, 19 days away. So pretty cool. Another bonus, when I went and saw Fiona for my pre-op visit, before I saw my surgeon, I had jumped on the scales and I had been on Opti for 17 days or whatever it was, and I had lost 7 kilos, and then in exactly a week I had still stayed on the Opti, doing that 2 times a day, having one of these, that's the leftovers of my vanilla, having one for breakfast, one for lunch, and then dinner time just having a small meal, high protein. So your piece of chicken with salad or a piece of fish with salad. I have actually had small bowls of pasta because it's okay to have some carbs, but just not every night. And that was my downfall, was being at work full time every day, being on my own with 2 kids. Quick meals are pasta dishes, and I would have a pasta dish and garlic bread and the cheese on top, and so water, having my daily sip. Hang on, sorry, I got a bit of a dry throat. Yeah, so surgeon visit, he got the results back from my echocardiogram that I had done on the Friday, the 12th. No, it wasn't the 12th because yesterday was the 12th. Went to the 5th of April. I've got my notes over here of all my dates and everything. Oh, numbers, your surgeon's dates and specialist dates and echocardiogram dates, and then you've got your surgery date and post-op, appointment dates and weights, and there's just numbers going round and round your head, as you all know that are doing this journey or about to venture on the same journey that I am. I'm probably waffling on here, and I hate videos that go on and on, but this is for me to look back on. If I do decide to post these on YouTube, then, you know, there's going to be a discrepancy in the dates, because here we are, the 13th of April, and I haven't posted the other 2 videos on YouTube yet. One of my sleeve friends that I've met a couple of weeks ago through a sleeve site on Facebook, she's like, go and do it, put them up on YouTube. And I said, oh, I'm a bit scared, a bit worried, like, you know, don't want anyone else to see them. I mean, I do, but I don't. And I mean, I haven't told a lot of people. I sat down and spoke to my girls the day, or when was it? The other day when I got back from my surgeon's visit. I sat them down and I explained to them, and I showed them a video of what happens. My youngest, who hates gory horror kind of things, she actually sat through the whole video and watched a YouTube operation, the whole sleeve operation, and she's oohing and ahhing through the whole thing, and it was yeah, quite detailed. But you know, I showed them a picture that my surgeon had drawn up of my, you know, esophagus and the stomach and the Nissen fundoplication, and, you know, the dotted lines of where he was going to cut, and, you know, showed them photos of people on the gastric sleeve site. They had pictures of where they had the laparoscopic incisions made. You know, I've still got the scars from when I had the Nissen done. It's exactly the same procedure. You still get it laparoscopically. They still pump your stomach up with gas and have the, you know, the probes inside you and the cameras and all the rest of it. So I don't know whether my surgeon will go in through the same sites, because sometimes it's a bit hard to get through because of the scarring tissue is a bit harder, and so, you know, what will be will be. So yeah, getting back to, I've sort of got off track there with telling the kids they're fine. You know, I just, you know, made sure that I said to them that I'm not doing this for image. I mean, yes, okay, there is that image factor. You know, I want to look good, but I don't want to be a super skinny, slim, hot mama. You know, I just want my health. I don't want to be, you know, double chin like this and fat and big, you know, and sweaty boobs, and, you know, I just want to be healthy. I'm happy to be a size 16, 14 would be great. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not expecting miracles. So, you know, what will be will be. Anyway, so that, you know, they're all on board. So far my mum knows, my girlfriend Amelia, my girls, Gail, who's been a great support, who has, you know, I worked for her, and I knew years ago that she had the sleeve done, so she's been my support. She's going to drive me to the hospital, and of course everyone in the sleeve site, and, you know, the new friend that I've made, Jules, through the sleeve site. So yeah, I've only got a handful of people that I've told. Who knows, the closer the date, the braver I might get in telling people. So yeah, I'll play that one by ear. Back to my surgeon. I've waffled on that much, I can't even remember what I've said. We've decided to keep the Nissen intact. I think I've already said that. Surgery date May 2nd, bring it on. Have a post-op appointment on the 10th of May. It's a, you know, around a 3-day hospital stay, which I go in on the Thursday. My op is between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, depending on, there's apparently 3 other people in front of me. So depending on how long the surgery takes and all the rest of it, my appointment's booked in, my surgery's booked in for 12:30, but yeah, could, you know, give or take half an hour. So basically I'll be out of it Thursday night. I'll be non-compos Thursday night. So Friday will be my first sort of real recovery day in hospital. Saturday, Sunday, the weekend, I don't know what they do with discharges, because discharges usually 10 AM, whether they do those on the weekend, I don't know. But it's my birthday on the Sunday, the 5th of May. I'll be 45 and possibly in hospital, post-leave though, so it's definitely an early birthday present for me. Yeah, so if I'm in hospital on my birthday, so be it. I'll have my cake, but I won't be able to eat it. Yeah, that's what I said to the girls and my mum and that, so that's all good. Just bring me lots of prezzies. Don't worry about the cake, I'll just give me vouchers for clothes so I can buy all new clothes when I'm skinny. Yeah, I don't know what else to really go into. Did I tell you my weight? I'd lost another 1.5 kilos. The surgeon got me to jump on the scale, so in a week I lost 1.5 kilos. So I started off at 120 on the 25th of March. Went to my weigh-in, my official weigh-in with Fiona, and I was 113.9. She took the 0.9 off because I was wearing my shoes and my clothes. So my official sort of weigh-in on their computer is 113. And then Michael, my surgeon, got me on the scales and I was 111.5. So since I started my Opti diet on the 25th, I've lost 8.5 kilos, so that's pretty good. Happy with that. So what have I got? 19 more days. So I've done 19 days on Opti and I've got another 19 to go. So you know, I don't need to be strict this week. I can maybe be a little bit lenient and possibly try out some of my foods that I'm not going to ever have again. I don't know, maybe just have, you know, a nice juicy steak, but, you know, have still a small portion and have, you know, have a bit of bacon, or like do it in a Diane or a mignon type, you know, bacon and mushroom sauce and stuff, and all the yummy foods that I like to have, but have it in a teeny tiny sort of portion and just chip away at it for the next week. But then as of, you know, Thursday next week, strict Opti diet, twice a day, still small meal at night, but he wants high protein food, so not allowed to have any real food the night before my surgery. I have to have 3 Opti shakes or soups for that day. And then I didn't tell you, I went and saw my anaesthetist. Had to book that in, so I went and saw him on Friday, yesterday. Went down there at 11:15 for my appointment, got there, and the reception's, oh, he's just rang, he's been delayed in surgery, can you come back, I'll give you a call when he's ready. So luckily my work's 2 minutes literally down the road, so I went back to work and literally sat back down at my desk, and the phone rings and he said come in at 12:15, so I did a little bit more work and then off I went again. Supposed to be like a 15-minute appointment, but I ended up being in there for about 40 minutes. All good because of my Nissen, and he went through my echocardiogram, and it seems that one of my valves doesn't work correctly, and that's what the murmur is all about. So it just means that it says it's called regurgitation, which means the blood flows up, but it regurgitates and goes back down through the valve. The valve goes like this, and it's sort of, instead of pushing the blood up, it sort of lets it go back in again. But he said that's nothing to worry about. He said possibly, you know, in 2 years' time, have another echocardiogram and actually get myself a cardiologist and just have 2 yearly or 3 yearly visits, depending on what the cardiologist says, just to keep an eye on it, because by the time I reach 70, if I don't keep an eye on it, I could be a high risk of having a heart valve replacement, which, surprise, surprise, it runs in my family. So yeah, so the surgery's, the anaesthetist is locked in. $500 gap, so I paid that yesterday as well. So that's one less fee out of the way. I've got to pay my pay for my co-payment for my surgeon 2 days before my actual surgery. So probably at the end of the week I'll pay half, and then the end of the following week I'll pay the other half, and then that leaves me a few days grace, and then I'll have my surgery. So I take it out in little bits, I won't get such a headache from spending so much money. But turns out that my my co-payment for my surgeon is $2,300. Got to be happy with that. I thought it was going to be about $3,000 because of my Nissen fundoplication, and my surgery will take a bit longer than the average sleeve because he needs to just be careful with the top part of my stomach because of, you know, my other procedure. That's about it. I've waffled on here now for over 15 minutes, so if I do eventually upload these, you guys will be sitting there going, oh, when is she going to finish? Anyway, that's about it for now. I do have to go and get some bloods done one day this week. Kids are on school holidays, so I don't need to rush around with them now, so I actually have an extra bit of time in the morning before I go to work, so I'll be able to get up, have a shower, get ready, and then just go off to the pathology and get my bloods done, because you have to fast and then have my coffee and my opti when I get to work. So that's basically the last thing I really need to do before I have my surgery, is get my bloods done, stay on the opti, and count down the days. So I may put a post up in the next week or so, see how I feel. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.